Pause. Be still for a moment and listen carefully. My child, why is your heart racing again? Why are you carrying tomorrow as if it already belongs to you? I see the way your thoughts are spinning, the way your mind refuses to rest, the way you keep trying to solve things that have not even happened yet. Come closer. I need you to hear this, not just with your ears, but deep within your soul. You are trying to control a future that is not yours to carry. Yes, I said it. You wake up thinking about what could go wrong. You lie awake at night trying to predict outcomes, preparing for battles that may never come. And in doing so, you are exhausting yourself, draining your peace, and forgetting something very important. I am already there. Before your tomorrow arrives, I am already standing in it. Before your problems take shape, I have already made a way. Before you even begin to worry, I have already prepared the answer. So why are you still holding on so tightly? Release it. Let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. You keep saying, what if things don't work out? But I am asking you, what if they do? Because I am in control. My child, you are not alone in this journey. You have never been alone. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, even when doors closed and paths seemed unclear, I was guiding you, quietly, faithfully, perfectly. You may not have understood it then, but you will. Trust is not built in comfort. Trust is built in surrender. And right now, I am calling you into a deeper place of surrender. Stop trying to figure everything out. Stop trying to force outcomes. Stop trying to rush what I am carefully unfolding. Let me handle your future. Yes, let me. Because what you see is limited, but what I see is complete. You see confusion. I see direction. You see delay. I see preparation. You see uncertainty. I see purpose. Nothing in your life is accidental. Every step, every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn, it is all being woven together for something greater than you can imagine right now. But you must trust me enough to let go. I know it is not easy. I know your mind goes back to fear. I know you've been hurt before. I know you faced disappointment, and now you are trying to protect yourself by controlling everything. But control is not your protection. I am. And when you hold on too tightly, you block the peace I am trying to give you. Listen to me. Peace does not come from having all the answers. Peace comes from knowing who holds the answers. And I am that one. So breathe. Slow down your thoughts. You don't need to have everything figured out today. You don't need to solve tomorrow tonight. You just need to trust me today. Walk with me one step at a time. I will guide you. I will open the right doors. I will close the ones that are not meant for you. I will protect you in ways you cannot even see. And even when things don't go the way you expected, I will use it for your good. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your pain. Not your waiting. Not even your mistakes. Everything is being transformed into something meaningful, something purposeful, something that will one day make you look back and say, now I understand. But until that day comes, trust me anyway. If your heart is hearing me right now, if something inside you is beginning to soften, then I want you to take a small step of faith. Type in the comments, I trust you, God. Not because everything makes sense, but because you are choosing to believe that I am working behind the scenes. My child, your future is not something to fear. It is something I have already prepared, with love, with intention, and with care. You are not walking into the unknown alone. You are walking into a future that I have already touched. So let go of the fear. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the need to control everything. And rest in me. Because when you finally release your future into my hands, you will discover something beautiful. You were never meant to carry it in the first place. And if these words are bringing peace to your heart, take a moment to like this message, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and support this ministry through the link given below, only if you feel truly blessed by these words. Be still again, my child. Yes, I am speaking to you. Even now, as your mind tries to wander, as distractions attempt to pull you away, I am calling you back into this moment. Because what I am about to say is not ordinary. It is something your heart has been longing to hear. You keep asking, what should I do next? But I am asking you something deeper. Why are you so afraid to trust me with what comes next? I see the tension in your thoughts. I see how you replay situations over and over again, trying to predict outcomes, trying to avoid pain, trying to secure a future that feels uncertain. But my child, your constant worrying is not preparing you. It is exhausting you. You were not created to live in a state of constant anticipation and fear. You were created to live in trust, in peace, and connection with me. Yet every day, you pick up the same burden, the burden of what if. What if it fails? What if I lose this? What if things don't work out? What if I'm not enough? Listen to me carefully. Those questions are not from me. Because I do not speak fear into your life. I speak purpose. I do not fill your mind with anxiety. I fill your spirit with assurance. So when those thoughts come, I want you to pause and remember this truth. If it's out of your control, it is already in mine. There is nothing you are facing that I have not already seen. There is no situation ahead of you that will catch me by surprise. And there is no obstacle that is greater than my power. So why do you keep trying to carry it alone? My child, I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me in everything, even when the path is unclear, even when the answers are delayed, even when your prayers seem to echo in silence. Because silence does not mean absence. I am working, even when you cannot see it. Think about the times in your life when things didn't make sense at first, but later you realized they were necessary. That closed door, that unexpected delay, that painful ending, at the time you questioned me. But now you see, it was protection. It was redirection. It was my hand guiding you towards something better. And just like before, I am doing it again. But this time, I want you to trust me sooner. Not after the breakthrough. Not after the answer comes. But right now, in the middle of the uncertainty. Because that is where real faith begins. Faith is not believing when everything is clear. Faith is choosing me when everything feels unclear. My child, your future does not depend on your ability to figure everything out. It depends on your willingness to walk with me, step by step, day by day, moment by moment. You don't need a full map. You just need my presence. And I promise you this, I will never lead you where my grace cannot sustain you. I will never allow you to walk into something without equipping you for it. And I will never abandon you halfway through your journey. So stop fearing what lies ahead, because what lies ahead already has me in it. Instead of asking, what will happen? Start declaring, God is already there. Let that truth calm your heart. Let it silence the noise. Let it replace your fear with peace. Because peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of me in the middle of them. Right now, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Take a deep breath. Release it slowly, and as you do, imagine placing all your worries into my hands. Every fear, every doubt, every unanswered question, give it to me. You don't have to carry it anymore. And if you are ready to take that step of surrender, I want you to declare it boldly. Type in the comments, God, I give you my future, not as a routine, but as a real decision. A decision to stop holding on and start trusting. My child, your life is not falling apart. It is being aligned with purpose, aligned with timing, aligned with my will. Even when it feels messy, even when it feels delayed, even when it feels uncertain, it is still under my control. So rest. Not because everything is perfect, but because I am faithful, and I do not fail. Stay with me, because what I will reveal next will help you understand why some things had to happen the way they did, and how they are shaping something greater in your life. Do not leave this moment too quickly. Let these words settle into your spirit, because this is not just a message. This is direction for your life. Come closer again, my child. Do not rush past this moment. I know how quickly your mind tries to move ahead, always searching, always planning, always trying to stay one step ahead of life. But right now, I am asking you to slow down. Because what I am about to reveal is something your heart has quietly been struggling to understand. You have been asking me, why is this taking so long? Why hasn't the answer come yet? Why hasn't the door opened? Why does everything feel delayed? And deep inside, there is a part of you that is beginning to feel tired, maybe even discouraged. But listen to me carefully. Delay is not denial. What you call delay, I often call preparation. You are looking at time through your own understanding, but I see the full picture. I see what is ahead. I see what needs to be aligned. I see what must be built within you before you step into what you are asking for. Because if I give you everything too soon, you may not be ready to sustain it. My child, there are things I am doing in you right now that are more important than what you are asking from me. I am strengthening your patience. I am deepening your faith. I am teaching you to rely on me, not just when things are easy, but when things are uncertain. Because the truth is, the blessing is not just in the outcome. It is also in who you become while waiting. You don't always see this part. You focus on the result. You focus on the door. You focus on the answer. But I am focused on you, your heart, your growth, your readiness. And sometimes my love for you is shown not by giving you what you want immediately, but by preparing you properly. So do not mistake my timing for absence. Do not confuse my silence with inaction. I am working in ways you cannot yet see. Even now, things are shifting. Situations are aligning. Paths are being cleared. And hearts, including yours, are being prepared. But you must learn to trust my timing. Because my timing is never random. It is intentional, perfect. You may feel like you are standing still, but in reality, you are being positioned. Positioned for something that will make sense later. Positioned for something that will not only bless you, but also shape you into the person you are meant to become. So instead of asking, why is this delayed? I want you to begin asking, what is God preparing me for? Because that question will shift your perspective. It will take your focus off frustration and place it on purpose. My child, waiting is not wasted time. Waiting with me is transformation. In the waiting, you learn to trust. In the waiting, you learn to listen. In the waiting, you discover that your strength does not come from having control. It comes from being connected to me. And that connection is what will carry you through everything that lies ahead. So do not rush the process. Do not compare your journey to others. Do not look at someone else's timing and think you are behind. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am doing in your life. Everything is unfolding according to a plan that is greater than your understanding right now. And one day, you will look back at this season, not with frustration, but with gratitude, because you will see how I was protecting you, guiding you, preparing you, even when you didn't realize it. But until that day comes, I am asking you to trust me here. In this moment, in this waiting, in this uncertainty, trust that I have not forgotten you. Trust that I have not overlooked your prayers. Trust that I am not ignoring your needs. I hear you. I see you. I know exactly what you are going through, and I am closer than you think. So instead of letting doubt grow, let your faith grow. Instead of feeding your fear, feed your trust. Remind yourself daily, God's timing is perfect, even when I don't understand it. And if you are choosing to believe that right now, if you are choosing to trust my timing, even when it feels difficult, then I want you to declare it. Type in the comments, I trust your timing, Lord. Let it be more than words. Let it be a decision to stop rushing and start resting. Because when you trust my timing, you free your heart from unnecessary pressure. You allow peace to enter where anxiety once lived. And you begin to walk in a confidence that does not depend on circumstances, but on me. My child, I am not late. I am not slow. I am right on time. And what I have planned for you is worth the wait. So stay with me. Do not walk away from this message too soon. Because what I will show you next will help you understand why certain things had to be removed from your life and how that is connected to the future I am preparing for you. Keep listening, because I am speaking directly to you. Stay here with me, my child. Do not turn away now, because I know what you have been holding on to, even when you pretend you've let it go. Yes, I see it. The memories you revisit, the people you still think about, the opportunities you wish had stayed, the doors you keep hoping will reopen. You tell yourself you've moved on, but your heart still lingers in what was. And today, I need you to hear this clearly. Some things had to leave your life, so you could step into what I have prepared for you. I did not remove them to hurt you. I removed them to protect you. I removed them because they could not go where I am taking you. But you keep looking back. You keep asking, why did this end? Why did this fall apart? Why did they walk away? And instead of moving forward, you stay emotionally tied to something I have already released from your path. My child, you cannot step into your future while holding on to your past. Your hands are full of old pain, full of expired connections, full of things that no longer align with my purpose for your life. And because your hands are full, you are struggling to receive what I am trying to give you next. Listen to me, let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but because it is no longer meant for you. I know it hurt. I know it confused you. I know it left you with questions that still don't have answers. But closure does not always come in the way you expect. Sometimes, closure is not a conversation. Sometimes, closure is my decision. And when I close a door, it is not to limit you. It is to lead you, to guide you towards something better, something healthier, something aligned with the future I have prepared for you. But you must trust me enough to stop going back. Every time you revisit what I removed, you reopen wounds I am trying to heal. Every time you question my decision, you delay your own peace. Every time you look back, you lose focus on where I am leading you next. So today, I am asking you, will you trust me enough to release it fully? Not halfway, not temporarily, but completely. Because your future requires space. Space for new beginnings, space for new relationships, space for new opportunities, and most importantly, space for a deeper connection with me. You see, I am not just removing things from your life. I am making room for something greater. But you cannot receive it if you are still clinging to what I have already taken away. My child, I know letting go is not easy. It feels like losing a part of yourself. It feels like stepping into the unknown. It feels like saying goodbye to something familiar, even if it was not good for you. But I need you to understand this truth. What I have ahead of you is far greater than what you are leaving behind. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it yet, but it is coming. And when it arrives, you will understand why I asked you to let go. You will see why certain doors had to close. You will realize that what you thought was loss was actually redirection. But until that moment comes, you must trust me in the releasing. Trust me in the letting go. Trust me in the empty spaces. Because I fill what I empty, and I restore what I remove with something better. So stop holding on to what I have already handled. Stop trying to fix what I have already finished. Stop asking for what I have already decided is not part of your future. Instead, turn your heart toward me. Focus on where I am leading you now. Because your future is not behind you. It is ahead of you. And it is waiting for you to step forward, fully, freely, without hesitation. Right now, I want you to make a decision, not based on emotion, but based on trust. A decision to release the past into my hands. a decision to stop looking back, a decision to move forward with me. And if you are ready to take that step, if you are ready to let go of what is no longer meant for you, then I want you to declare it. Type in the comments, "I release the past, God." Let those words carry weight. Let them mark a turning point, because the moment you truly let go is the moment you begin to move forward. My child, I am not taking things away from you to leave you empty. I am clearing your path so you can walk freely into the life I have prepared. So trust me, even when it hurts, even when it doesn't make sense, even when you don't have all the answers, because I am leading you towards something greater. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will open your eyes to the hidden ways I have been protecting you. Even in moments you thought I was silent, keep listening. I am still speaking to you. Stay with me, my child. Yes, don't drift away now, because there is something I need you to finally understand. Something that will change the way you see your past, your present, and even the fears you carry about your future. You have asked me before, why did that not work out? Why did I face that pain? Why did things fall apart when I tried so hard? And in those moments, you felt confused, maybe even hurt, maybe even alone. But what you did not see, what you could not see at the time was this. I was protecting you in ways you didn't recognize. Yes, even in the disappointment, I was there. Even in the rejection, I was there. Even in the silence, I was there. You thought I had stepped back, but I was actually stepping in. There were things you wanted that would have broken you later. There were paths you were ready to walk that would have led you into deeper pain. There were people you trusted who were not meant to stay in your life. And because you could not see what was ahead, I intervened, not to punish you, not to deny you, but to protect you. My child, not every closed door is a loss. Some closed doors are rescue from what you prayed for, but did not fully understand. You asked for blessings, but I saw the full picture. You asked for opportunities, but I knew the consequences attached to them. You asked for certain people to stay, but I knew what they carried within them. And because I love you, I could not allow everything you wanted to remain. So, I stepped in, quietly, firmly, lovingly, and I redirected your path. But instead of seeing it as protection, you saw it as disappointment. Instead of trusting my decision, you questioned my presence. And that is why today, I am reminding you, I have never failed you. Not once, even when it felt like I did. Even when you didn't understand. Even when it hurt, I was still working for your good. Look back for a moment. Think about the things that didn't happen. The plans that didn't succeed. The connections that didn't last. Now ask yourself honestly, if those things had worked out, would you truly be at peace today? Or would you be carrying a different kind of pain? You see, I saved you from things you didn't even know you needed saving from. And I am still doing it. Even now. Even today. Even in the situations you are currently worrying about. My child, your future is not something you need to fear, because I am already guarding it. I am going before you, clearing paths, blocking dangers, aligning circumstances, arranging things in ways you cannot yet see. So when something doesn't work out the way you expected, instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Start saying, God, thank you for protecting me even when I don't understand it. Because that shift, that small change in perspective, will bring peace into your heart. It will remove the bitterness. It will silence the confusion. And it will replace it with trust. Trust that I know what I am doing. Trust that I see what you cannot. Trust that I am not withholding good from you. I am ensuring that what comes to you is truly good for you. My child, I do not give you things just because you ask. I give you what aligns with your purpose. I give you what will grow you. I give you what will sustain you. And sometimes that means saying no. Sometimes that means removing. Sometimes that means delaying, but everything I do is rooted in love, a love that protects, a love that guides, a love that sees beyond this moment. So stop fearing what might go wrong. Because even if something doesn't go the way you planned, I will still use it for your good. Nothing in your life is outside my reach. Nothing is beyond my ability to restore. Nothing is too broken for me to transform. So rest in that truth. Let it calm your heart. Let it remove your anxiety. Let it remind you that you are not walking into the future alone. You are walking into a future that I am already securing for you. And right now, I want you to acknowledge this truth, not just in your mind, but with your words. If you believe that I have been protecting you, even in ways you didn't see, type in the comments, God has always protected me. Let that be your reminder. Let that be your anchor. Because once you recognize my protection in your past, you will find it easier to trust me with your future. My child, you are safer than you think. You are more guided than you realize, and you are more loved than you can fully understand. So walk forward without fear, not because life is predictable, but because I am faithful. And if these words are bringing peace into your heart, if you feel something shifting within you, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, share it with someone who needs this reassurance, and support this ministry through the link given below. Only if these words truly touched your soul. Do not leave yet. Stay until the end, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to walk daily with confidence, even when you don't know what tomorrow holds. Keep listening, my child. I am guiding you step by step. Come closer again, my child. Yes, remain here with me, because now that you are beginning to understand my protection, now that your heart is slowly learning to release the past, there is something deeper I need to teach you. It is not just about trusting me with your future. It is about walking with me daily, without fear, without pressure, without the constant need to know everything ahead of time. You keep asking for clarity about tomorrow, but I am inviting you into something better. Daily guidance, step by step, moment by moment. Because your life was never designed to be controlled by you, it was designed to be walked with me. My child, one of the reasons you feel overwhelmed is because you are trying to live too many days at once. You are thinking about next week, next month, next year, while still standing in today, and the weight of all those imagined moments is crushing your peace. But listen carefully. You do not need strength for tomorrow today. You only need enough grace for this moment, and I give that to you freely, every single day. That is why I tell you to come to me daily, not occasionally, not only when things go wrong, but daily, because every day carries its own needs. Every day has its own challenges, and every day I have already prepared the strength you will require. But when you try to carry tomorrow today, you step outside of the grace I have provided for you. And that is when anxiety begins to grow. That is when fear starts to take over. That is when your heart begins to feel heavy again. So come back. Come back to today. Come back to this moment. Because this is where my peace is available to you. My child, you don't need to know the entire plan. You just need to trust the one who has the plan. You don't need to see the full path. You just need to follow my direction for the next step. And I will give it to you. Sometimes quietly, sometimes through a feeling, sometimes through a thought that brings peace instead of fear. But you must slow down enough to recognize my voice. Because I do not shout over the noise of your rushing mind, I speak in stillness. So if you want to hear me clearly, you must learn to be still. Turn away from constant distraction. Step back from the endless noise and create space for me, even if it is just a few moments, even if it feels small. Those moments matter because that is where connection is built. That is where trust grows. That is where peace is restored. My child, I am not far from you. I am not distant. I am not waiting for you to become perfect before you come to me. I am with you right now, in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your quiet moments, and I am always ready to guide you. But you must choose to walk with me, not just in words, but in your daily life. Invite me into your decisions. Invite me into your worries. Invite me into your plans. And then trust me enough to lead. Because when you truly walk with me, you will no longer feel lost. You will no longer feel like you are guessing your way through life. You will begin to experience something different. A quiet confidence. Not because you have all the answers, but because you know you are being guided. And that confidence will carry you through uncertain moments. It will calm your fears. It will strengthen your heart. It will remind you that no matter what happens, you are not navigating life alone. My child, I am your guide, your protector, your provider, and your constant companion. So stop trying to figure everything out on your own. Stop depending only on your understanding, because your understanding is limited, but my wisdom is not. And when you lean on me, you will find direction even in confusion. You will find peace, even in uncertainty. You will find strength even in weakness. So begin today, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Take a step toward me. Speak to me. Sit with me. Walk with me, and let me lead you, one step at a time. And if you are ready to walk with me daily, if you are ready to stop carrying everything alone and start inviting me into your life, then declare it. Type in the comments, God, walk with me every day. Let that be your commitment. Let that be your beginning. Because the more you walk with me, the less you will fear your future. My child, you don't need to rush ahead. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay close to me, and I will take care of the rest. Stay here. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you overcome the fear that keeps returning to your mind and show you how to silence it with truth. Keep listening. I am still guiding you. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here, because now I want to speak directly to something that has been quietly troubling you, something that keeps returning, even after you try to let it go. Fear. Not always loud, not always obvious, but always present in small ways. It shows up in your thoughts. What if things go wrong? What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if I lose what I have? And even when you try to stay positive, even when you try to trust, those thoughts come back again. I see it. I understand it. But I need you to understand something important. Fear is not your truth. It is a voice, but it is not my voice. Because when I speak to you, I do not fill you with fear. I bring clarity. I bring peace. I bring assurance. So when fear begins to rise in your mind, I want you to pause and ask yourself, is this coming from God or from my doubts? Because fear will always try to pull you away from trust. It will try to convince you that you are alone. It will try to make your future look uncertain, unstable, unsafe. But my child, your future is not in danger. It is in my hands, and there is no safer place than that. You may not know what will happen next, but you know who is in control. And that truth is stronger than any fear. Listen carefully. Fear grows when you focus on what you cannot control. But peace grows when you focus on me. So where has your focus been? On the what-ifs or on my promises? Because you cannot hold on to both at the same time. You cannot carry fear and walk fully in trust. One will always replace the other. And today, I'm inviting you to choose. Choose trust over fear. Choose peace over anxiety. Choose my voice over the noise in your mind. My child, fear will try to feel real. It will try to feel convincing. It will try to show you images of things going wrong. But those are not your reality. They are only possibilities, and not even the ones I have planned for you. Because when I hold your future, Even the things that seem uncertain are being directed. Even the situations you don't understand are being managed. Even the paths you cannot see are already known to me. So why let fear control your thoughts? Why let it steal your peace? Why give it power over your heart? When you have me, and I am greater than anything you fear. Listen, you do not defeat fear by trying to fight it with your own strength. You overcome fear by replacing it with truth. And here is the truth I want you to hold on to. I am with you, not sometimes, not occasionally, but always, in every situation, in every decision, in every unknown moment ahead. So even if something feels uncertain, you are still secure. Even if something feels unclear, you are still guided. Even if something feels overwhelming, you are still supported. Because I am there, right beside you, within you, around you, working in ways you cannot see. My child, you have spent too much time imagining worst-case scenarios. It is time to start trusting my best-case plan. Because what I have for you is not built on fear. It is built on purpose. It is built on love. It is built on a future that is already covered by my presence. So when fear comes again, and it will try, do not entertain it. Do not let it settle. Instead, speak truth over it. Say, God is with me. God is guiding me. God is handling my future. Let those words become your defense. Let them become your peace. Let them remind you that you are not facing life alone. And right now, I want you to make a decision, a real decision, not just to feel encouraged for a moment, but to change the way you respond when fear appears. If you are ready to let go of fear and choose trust, type in the comments, I choose faith over fear. Let that be your declaration. Let that be your shift. Because the moment you stop feeding fear is the moment peace begins to grow stronger within you. My child, fear may knock on your door, but it does not have permission to stay. Not when you are walking with me. Not when your future is in my hands. Not when my truth is alive within you. So lift your head, calm your heart, and move forward with confidence. Not because you know everything, but because you trust me in everything. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to recognize my voice clearly, so you no longer feel confused about the direction of your life. Keep listening, my child. I am speaking directly to you. Come closer once more, my child. Quiet your thoughts again, because now I want to teach you something that will change the way you move through life. Something that will remove confusion and replace it with clarity. You have often wondered, God, how do I know it's you? How do I recognize your voice? How do I know I'm not making the wrong decision? And because you are unsure, you hesitate. You overthink. You delay. You question yourself again and again. But listen to me carefully. I am not a God of confusion. When I speak, I bring clarity. When I guide, I bring peace. When I lead, I do not leave you restless and anxious. So if something is filling your heart with constant pressure, fear, and urgency, that is not my voice. Because my voice does not rush you. My voice does not confuse you. My voice does not push you into panic. My voice brings peace even before the answer comes. My child, you have been trying to hear me in noise, in overthinking, in constant mental activity. But I do not compete with chaos. I speak in stillness. That is why you must learn to slow down. Because when your mind is loud, my voice feels distant. Not because I am not speaking, but because you are not quiet enough to hear. So I am inviting you into something simple, but powerful. Stillness. Not just physical stillness, but inner stillness. A place where your thoughts begin to settle. A place where your fears begin to quiet. A place where your heart becomes open and attentive. Because that is where you will begin to recognize me. You don't need a complicated process. You don't need perfect words. You just need a willing heart and a quiet moment. And in that moment, you will start to notice something. A gentle direction. a peaceful thought, a sense of knowing that does not come with fear, but with calm assurance. That is me, guiding you, leading you, speaking to you in a way that your spirit understands, even when your mind tries to question it. My child, you have been waiting for a loud answer, a clear sign, something undeniable. But many times, I guide you softly, because I want you to grow in trust. I want you to recognize my voice not by how loud it is, but by how it feels. And my voice will always feel like peace. Even if the decision is difficult, even if the path is unfamiliar, there will still be peace. Not because everything is easy, but because I am in it. So when you are unsure, do not rush, do not panic. Come back to me, sit in stillness, and ask, God, lead me. Then wait, not with anxiety, but with trust. Because I will answer, maybe not instantly, maybe not in the way you expect, but I will guide you, step by step, just as I always have. My child, you have never truly been without direction. You have only doubted what I was showing you. You felt something within, but then you questioned it. You hesitated. You overanalyzed. And in doing so, you moved away from the peace I gave you. But starting today, I want you to trust that peace. Trust the calm clarity that comes from me. Trust the gentle direction that does not carry fear. Because that is how I lead you. Not through confusion, but through peace. And the more you begin to recognize my voice, the less you will feel lost. The less you will fear making mistakes. The less you will depend on overthinking. Because you will know I am guiding you, even in small decisions, even in daily choices, even in moments that seem ordinary. I am there, speaking, leading, directing your steps. So stop doubting your ability to hear me. Stop believing that you are disconnected. You are not far from me. You are not distant. You are not forgotten. You are learning, growing, becoming more aware of my presence in your life, and that takes time. So be patient with yourself, but also be willing to listen, because I am always speaking. And right now, I want you to respond, not just in your thoughts, but with intention. If you are ready to listen more closely, if you are ready to trust my voice and follow my guidance, then type in the comments, God, help me hear you clearly. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your step forward. Because the more you listen, the more confident you will become. And the more confident you become, the less you will fear your future. My child, you are not walking blindly. You are being led. And I will not misguide you. Stay here with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to stay strong when life tests your faith, and how those moments are shaping something powerful within you. Keep listening. I am still speaking to your heart. Stay with me, my child. Do not lose focus now, because what I am about to reveal to you is something you have struggled with more than you realize, something that has shaken your faith in quiet moments, something that has made you question whether you are truly moving forward. The tests you face. Yes, those moments when life feels heavy, when things don't go as planned, when you feel like you are doing your best, yet still facing obstacles. You have asked me, why is this happening? Why is it so hard? Why do I feel like I'm being pushed to my limit? And sometimes, you begin to wonder if you are going backward instead of forward. But listen to me carefully, my child. You are not being broken. You are being built. Every challenge you face is not there to destroy you. It is there to strengthen you, to shape you, to prepare you for what lies ahead. Because the future I have planned for you requires a stronger version of you, a wiser version, a more faithful version. And those things are not formed in comfort. They are formed in testing. You see, it is easy to trust me when everything is going well. It is easy to believe when doors are opening. It is easy to feel confident when life is smooth. But what about when things are uncertain? What about when prayers seem unanswered? What about when you feel stretched, tired, and unsure? That is where your faith grows. That is where your trust becomes real. Because true faith is not based on what you see. It is based on who I am. And I do not change. Even when your circumstances do, my child, the pressure you feel right now is not meant to crush you. It is meant to refine you. Just like gold is refined in fire, your faith is being refined in these moments, not to harm you, but to remove what weakens you, to strengthen what will carry you forward, to build within you a foundation that cannot be shaken. So do not fear the test. Do not run from it. Do not assume that something is wrong just because it is difficult. Sometimes, difficulty is the sign that something important is happening within you, something that will prepare you for the future you've been praying for. Because what you're asking me for requires growth, requires patience, requires strength, and I am building that within you right now, even if you don't fully see it yet. My child, you are stronger than you think, not because of your own ability, but because I am strengthening you. Every time you choose to keep going, every time you choose to trust instead of give up, every time you choose faith over doubt, you are growing. You are becoming ready. You are moving closer to what I have prepared. So do not measure your progress only by what you see externally. Look at what is happening within you. You are more patient than before. You are more aware than before. You are more connected to me than before. And that matters, because who you are becoming is just as important as where you are going. My child, I know the test is not easy. I know there are moments when you feel tired, moments when you question if you can keep going, moments when you wonder if it will all be worth it. And in those moments, I am right there with you, strengthening you, encouraging you, holding you up when you feel like you might fall. You are not facing this alone. You are being carried more than you realize. So when the test feels heavy, do not say, I can't handle this. Instead, say, God is strengthening me through this, because that is the truth. And that truth will give you the strength to keep moving forward. My child, there is purpose in your struggle. There is meaning in your growth. There is something being built within you that will serve you in ways you cannot yet imagine. So do not give up. Do not lose faith. Do not turn back. You are closer than you think. Closer to breakthrough. Closer to clarity. Closer to the future I have been preparing for you. But you must remain steady. You must remain connected to me, because that is where your strength comes from. And right now, I want you to make a declaration, not based on how you feel, but based on what you choose to believe. If you are willing to trust me, even in the middle of your struggles, if you are willing to keep going, knowing that I am shaping you, then type in the comments, God is strengthening me through this. Let that be your reminder. Let that be your truth. Because the test you are facing today is preparing you for the blessing of tomorrow. My child, you are not being held back. You are being prepared, and I will not let this process go to waste. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to remain patient without losing hope, and how waiting and testing together are shaping your future in powerful ways. Keep listening. I am still guiding you forward. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here in this moment, because now I want to speak to the part of your heart that feels tired of waiting, the part that has been strong for so long, yet quietly wonders, how much longer? I see it. I see your patience. I see your effort. I see the way you have been holding on, even when it feels like nothing is changing. And I know, waiting is not easy for you. You want movement. You want answers. You want something to finally shift so you can feel at peace again. But listen to me carefully. Waiting is not where your life is paused. It is where your life is being positioned. You may feel like nothing is happening. You may feel like you are standing still. But in reality, so much is happening beneath the surface. Things you cannot see. Things you cannot measure. Things that are quietly aligning in your favor. Because while you are waiting, I am working. Working on your situation. Working on the people connected to your future. Working on circumstances that must come together at the right time. and most importantly, working within you. My child, waiting is not empty. Waiting is full of purpose, but the reason it feels heavy is because you are focusing on what has not happened yet. You are counting the days, measuring the delay, watching the time pass, and in doing so, you are losing sight of what I am doing right now. So I need you to shift your perspective. Instead of asking, why am I still waiting? Start asking, what is God doing in me during this time? Because when you begin to see waiting as preparation, your frustration will begin to turn into peace. You will stop feeling stuck and start feeling positioned. My child, there is a reason I have not rushed this process, because what I am preparing for you requires the right timing. Not just your timing, but the alignment of everything around you. And if I move too soon, it will not be complete. If I rush it, it will not be sustained. So I wait, not to delay you, but to deliver something that is right, something that will last, something that will not fall apart. And I need you to trust me in that. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels quiet, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because change is happening, just not always in ways you can see immediately. My child, patience is not about doing nothing. It is about trusting while you continue moving forward. It is about living your life with faith, even when the outcome is not visible yet. It is about waking up each day and saying, God is still working, even when you don't feel it, even when you don't see it, even when you don't understand it, because that is what keeps your heart steady. That is what protects your peace. That is what allows you to keep going without becoming discouraged. Listen, you are closer than you think, closer than you feel, closer than it seems. But impatience is trying to convince you that you are far away, that nothing is happening, that things will never change. But that is not the truth. The truth is, everything is unfolding at the right time. And when it happens, it will not feel rushed. It will not feel forced. It will feel right. It will feel aligned. It will feel like something that was worth waiting for. But until that moment comes, I need you to remain patient, not passively, but faithfully, trusting that I have not forgotten you, trusting that I have not delayed you without reason, trusting that I am preparing something that matches the prayers you have been carrying in your heart. My child, do not let waiting steal your joy. Do not let it drain your hope. Do not let it make you feel like you are falling behind. You are not behind. You are on time, and my time is perfect. So breathe. Release the pressure. Let go of the need to rush. And rest in this truth. What is meant for you will not miss you, and what I have planned for you will arrive at the right moment, not late, not early, but exactly when it should. And right now, I want you to declare your trust, not based on what you see, but based on who I am. If you are choosing to remain patient, if you are choosing to trust my timing even when it feels difficult, then type in the comments, God, I will wait with faith. Let that be your strength. Let that be your reminder. Because waiting with faith is never wasted. My child, I am not delaying your future. I am preparing it, and I will bring it to you at the right time. And if these words are bringing peace into your heart, if you feel encouraged, strengthened, or even slightly lifted, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, share it with someone who needs this encouragement, and support this ministry through the link given below, only if you truly feel blessed by these words. Stay until the end, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to fully surrender control, and why that surrender will unlock a deeper peace in your life. Keep listening. I am leading you forward. Come closer again, my child. Yes, stay here with me, because now I want to speak to something that has been quietly controlling your life more than you realize. Your need to control everything. You may not always notice it. You may even call it responsibility, planning, being careful. But deep inside, there is a part of you that feels like if you don't hold everything together, everything might fall apart. So you try, you plan every step. You think through every outcome. You prepare for every possibility. You try to make sure nothing goes wrong. And when something doesn't go as expected, you feel unsettled, anxious, overwhelmed, because control gives you a sense of safety. But listen to me carefully, my child. Control is not your security. I am. And the more you try to control everything, the more you step into a burden you were never meant to carry. Because you were not created to manage every outcome. You were not designed to predict every future moment. You were not meant to hold your life together by your own strength. That role belongs to me. Yet you keep holding on, tightly, fearfully, as if letting go means everything will collapse. But what if letting go is actually what allows things to come together? My child, surrender is not weakness. It is trust in action. It is the moment you say, God, I don't need to control this because I trust you to handle it. And I know that is not easy for you. Because control feels familiar. It feels like protection. It feels like responsibility. But it is also the very thing that is stealing your peace. Because when you try to control what only I can manage, you carry stress that was never meant for you. You carry fear that does not belong to you. You carry pressure that weighs down your heart. And all the while, I am standing here, ready to take it from you. But you must be willing to release it. My child, surrender does not mean you stop trying. It means you stop trying to control the outcome. You still take steps. You still move forward. You still make decisions. But you do it with trust, not fear. You do it with peace, not pressure. You do it knowing that the result is in my hands. And that changes everything. Because when you surrender, you free yourself from the constant need to figure everything out. You free yourself from the weight of what if. You free yourself from the anxiety of trying to make everything perfect. And you step into something greater, peace that comes from trust. My child, you have been holding on to things too tightly. Your plans, your expectations, your timeline, your desired outcomes. And because of that, you have been struggling to rest. But today I am asking you to open your hands, to release what you have been gripping so tightly, to let me take control. Not because you are giving up, but because you are trusting me. Trusting that I know better. Trusting that I see further. Trusting that I am working for your good, even when things don't go the way you expected. Because sometimes what you planned is not what you need, and what you expect is not what will truly fulfill you. But what I have for you is exactly what your life requires. So let go. Let go of the need to control every detail. Let go of the pressure to have everything figured out. Let go of the fear that things will fall apart without you. Because your life is not held together by your effort. It is held together by my power. And I do not fail. My child, surrender is where peace begins. Not temporary peace, but deep, lasting peace. The kind of peace that remains even when life feels uncertain. The kind of peace that steadies your heart, even when things don't go as planned. The kind of peace that reminds you, I don't have to control this. God already is. And that peace is available to you right now. Not later. Not after everything works out, but in this moment. All you have to do is choose to surrender. And if you are ready to take that step, if you are ready to release control and trust me fully, then I want you to declare it. Type in the comments, God, I surrender it all to you. Let those words carry meaning. Let them mark a shift in your heart, because the moment you truly surrender is the moment you begin to experience freedom. My child, you don't need to carry everything. You don't need to manage everything. You don't need to control everything. You just need to trust me and walk with me, and I will take care of the rest. Stay here with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to remain at peace, even when things around you feel unstable. Keep listening. I am still guiding your steps. Stay here with me, my child. Do not let your attention drift, because now I want to speak into something you face often, something that shakes your peace when everything around you feels uncertain. Unstable situations. Moments when life does not feel steady, when things change suddenly, when plans shift, when people act differently, when circumstances don't feel secure anymore. And in those moments, your heart begins to react. You feel uneasy. You feel unsettled. You begin to think, what is happening? What if this gets worse? What if everything falls apart? And before you realize it, your peace is gone. Replaced by worry, replaced by tension, replaced by fear of what might happen next. But listen to me carefully, my child. Your peace was never meant to depend on your situation, because situations change, people change, circumstances shift. But I do not change. And if your peace is built on me, then it will remain, even when everything else feels unstable. You see, you have been trying to feel secure based on what you see around you. But true security does not come from what is around you. It comes from who is with you. And I am always with you. So even when things feel uncertain, you are not unstable. Even when life feels unpredictable, you are still secure. Because your foundation is not your situation, it is me. My child, you must learn to separate what you feel from what is true, because feelings can shift quickly. One moment you feel calm, the next moment you feel anxious. One situation changes, and suddenly your thoughts begin to spiral. But truth remains steady. And here is the truth you must hold on to. I am in control, even when things feel out of control. Nothing catches me off guard. Nothing surprises me. Nothing happens outside of my awareness. So even when things shift suddenly in your life, it does not mean things are falling apart. It means something is moving. Something is being adjusted. Something is being aligned, even if you cannot yet see the reason. My child, when things feel unstable, that is when you must hold on to me more firmly. Not run into fear, not rush into panic, but come closer to me, because I am your anchor. And when you stay anchored in me, you will not be shaken. The storm may come, but you will remain steady. The situation may change, but your peace will remain. Because your peace is no longer based on outcomes, it is based on my presence. Listen, you cannot always control what happens around you, but you can choose how you respond within. You can choose to trust. You can choose to stay calm. You can choose to believe that even in uncertainty, I am still guiding everything. My child, there is a strength within you that you have not fully recognized yet, a strength that does not come from circumstances being perfect, but from being connected to me. And that strength will carry you through unstable moments. It will keep you grounded. It will keep you from falling into fear. It will remind you that no matter what changes, I remain constant. So when things feel uncertain again, and they will, pause, take a breath, and remind yourself, God is still in control. God is still with me. God is still guiding my life. Let those truths settle your heart. Let them quiet your thoughts. Let them bring you back to peace. Because peace is not something you wait for. It is something you choose. And you choose it by trusting me. My child, you are not as fragile as you feel in those moments. You are stronger, more grounded, more supported than you realize, because I am holding you, even when things around you feel unstable. So do not fear the shifting. Do not fear the unknown. Do not fear the changes, because I am in the middle of it all. Working, guiding, stabilizing what you cannot see, and leading you toward what is right. Right now, I want you to make a declaration, not based on how things look, but based on what you believe. If you are choosing to stay at peace, even when life feels uncertain, then type in the comments, God is my peace in every situation. Let that be your anchor. Let that be your reminder. Because when you hold on to me, you will not be shaken. My child, you don't need everything around you to be stable, to feel peace within you. You just need me. And I am always here. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to trust yourself again, without fear, without doubt, and without overthinking every decision. Keep listening. I am still leading you forward. Come closer again, my child. Yes, stay here, because now I want to heal something within you that has been quietly affecting your decisions, your confidence, and the way you see yourself. You have started doubting yourself, not always out loud, but deep inside. You question your choices. You second-guess your instincts. You replay your decisions and wonder, did I do the right thing? What if I made a mistake? What if I'm not capable enough? And because of this, you hesitate. You overthink. You hold yourself back. But listen to me carefully, my child. You are not as lost as you feel. You are not as incapable as your doubts suggest. You are not moving blindly through life. Because I am guiding you, and if I am guiding you, then you are not walking in the wrong direction. You see, the reason you have started doubting yourself is because you are trying to rely only on your own understanding. You are trying to be certain about everything. You are trying to make perfect decisions every time. But you were never meant to depend only on yourself. You were meant to walk with me. And when you walk with me, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. Willing to trust. Willing to move forward. Willing to learn along the way. My child, you are allowed to grow. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to make decisions without knowing every outcome. Because I am with you in every step. Even when you make a mistake, I will guide you back. Even when something doesn't go as planned, I will redirect you. Even when you feel unsure, I will still lead you forward. So stop being so afraid of getting it wrong. Because your life is not so fragile that one decision will ruin everything. I am greater than your mistakes. And I am able to work through every situation. Even the ones you didn't plan well. Even the ones you regret. Even the ones you wish you could change. Nothing is beyond my ability to guide. So instead of doubting yourself, start trusting that I am working within you. That the thoughts you have, the direction you feel, the quiet sense of knowing is not random. It is often my guidance. But you dismiss it. You question it. You replace it with fear. And then you feel confused. My child, not every thought needs to be analyzed. Not every decision needs to be overthought. Sometimes, you just need to move forward with trust. Trust that I am leading you. Trust that I am correcting you when needed. Trust that I am shaping your path, even through your choices. Because when you trust me, you begin to trust yourself again. Not because you are perfect, but because you are guided. And that changes everything. It removes the constant pressure. It removes the fear of making the wrong move. It replaces hesitation with confidence. Not loud confidence, but quiet confidence. The kind that says, I don't know everything, but I know God is with me. My child, you have grown more than you realize. You have learned from your past. You have become more aware, more thoughtful, more connected to me. But you are still seeing yourself through old doubts, old fears, old versions of who you used to be. And it is time to release that. Because you are not that same person anymore. You are evolving, becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more aligned with my purpose for your life. So stop speaking doubt over yourself. Stop questioning your worth. Stop believing that you are not enough, because you are not walking alone. And that makes all the difference. My child, you don't need to have all the answers to move forward. You just need to trust that I am guiding your steps. And I am. Even now. Even in your uncertainty. Even in your hesitation. I am with you. So take the step. Move forward. Trust that I will adjust your path if needed. Trust that I will not let you fall beyond recovery. Trust that I am working in your life even through your decisions. And right now, I want you to make a declaration. Not based on fear, but based on trust. If you are ready to stop doubting yourself and start trusting my guidance within you, then type in the comments, God is guiding me, I trust myself again. Let that be your shift. Let that be your new mindset. Because when you trust me, you will no longer feel lost within yourself. My child, you are not confused. You are learning. You are growing. And you are being guided every step of the way. So move forward with peace. Move forward with trust. Move forward knowing that I am with you. Stay with me. Do not leave yet. Because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to release regret and finally make peace with your past decisions. Keep listening. I am still speaking to your heart. Stay with me, my child. Do not turn away now, because I am about to touch a place in your heart that you have been avoiding, a place filled with memories, with questions, with thoughts that return when everything becomes quiet. Your regrets. Yes, the things you wish you had done differently, the choices you replay in your mind, the moments you think about and say, why did I do that? I should have known better. If only I had chosen differently. And each time those thoughts come, they bring a weight, a heaviness, a quiet sadness that sits within you. You try to move forward, but part of you is still looking back, still holding on to what cannot be changed. But listen to me carefully, my child. Your past is not meant to imprison you. It was never meant to define your future. And it was never meant to carry this much power over your heart. Yes, you made decisions. Yes, some of them did not turn out the way you hoped. Yes, there are things you would do differently now. But that does not mean your life is broken. It does not mean your future is ruined. And it certainly does not mean I cannot still guide you into something beautiful. My child, I do not see your life the way you see it. You see mistakes. I see lessons. You see missed opportunities. I see redirection. You see regret. I see growth. Because everything you have been through has shaped you. It has taught you. It has made you more aware, more thoughtful, more prepared. But instead of seeing that, you keep holding on to guilt. You keep punishing yourself for things that have already passed. And in doing so, you are carrying a burden I never asked you to carry. Listen, you cannot move forward freely if you are still chained to your past. And those chains are not placed by me, they are placed by your own thoughts, by your own unwillingness to release what has already been done. My child, I am not asking you to forget your past. I am asking you to make peace with it, to accept that it happened, to learn from it, and then to release it, because I have already forgiven you. I have already covered those moments with grace. I have already made a way forward for you. But you must choose to step into that freedom. You must choose to stop looking back with regret and start looking forward with trust. Trust that I can still use your life. Trust that I can still guide you. Trust that nothing you have done is beyond my ability to restore. Because nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your mistakes, not your failures, not even the moments you wish you could erase. I can use it all. Transform it, turn it into something meaningful. Something that will not only help you, but one day help others too. But first, you must let go of the regret. You must release the guilt. You must stop replaying the past as if it can still be changed, because it cannot. But your future can, and I am already working in it. My child, you are not defined by what you did. You are defined by who you are becoming. And right now, you are becoming stronger, wiser, more aware, more aligned with me. But you cannot fully step into that if you are still holding on to who you used to be. So let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but because it no longer has power over your future. Let it go and make space for what is ahead. Because what is ahead is not limited by your past. It is shaped by my purpose. And my purpose for your life is still unfolding, even now, even after everything, even through everything. So stop holding yourself back. Stop speaking negatively about yourself. Stop believing that you are not worthy of a better future. Because you are. Not because of what you have done, but because of who I am. And I am a God of restoration, a God of new beginnings, a God who makes all things new. So trust me. Trust that I can take your past and still lead you into something greater. Trust that your story is not over. Trust that what lies ahead is still filled with purpose. And right now, I want you to make a declaration, not based on guilt, but based on freedom. If you are ready to release your past, if you are ready to let go of regret and move forward with peace, then type in the comments, I release my past. God has set me free. Let that be your turning point. Let that be your new beginning. Because the moment you release the past is the moment you begin to truly live in the future I have prepared for you. My child, you are not your mistakes. You are not your regrets. You are not your past. You are mine, and I am leading you forward. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to build unshakable confidence in your future, without fear, without doubt, and without looking back. Keep listening. I am still guiding your path. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here, because now I am going to build something within you that you have been longing for, even if you have not said it out loud. Confidence about your future. Not loud confidence, not pride, but a deep, steady knowing that everything will be all right. Because I am in control. You have spent so much time worrying about what lies ahead, questioning how things will work out, doubting whether you will be able to handle what is coming. And because of that, your heart has not been at rest. You move forward, but with hesitation. You try, but with uncertainty. You hope, but with fear. But listen to me carefully, my child. Your future is not something to fear. It is something to trust me with. You are not walking into something unknown and unsafe. You are walking into something I have already prepared. And if I have prepared it, then it is already covered by my presence. So why are you still afraid? Is it because you cannot see everything? Is it because you don't know how things will unfold? Is it because you feel like you are not ready? Let me tell you something clearly. You do not need to feel ready when I am with you, because I am your readiness, I am your strength, I am your wisdom, and I will give you what you need when you need it, not all at once, not far in advance, but at the right moment, exactly when it is required. My child, confidence does not come from knowing the future. It comes from knowing me. Because when you truly understand who I am, you will stop fearing what is ahead. You will begin to trust that no matter what happens, I will guide you through it. You will begin to believe that even if things don't go as planned, they will still work out for your good. And that belief will change the way you live. You will stop hesitating. You will stop holding yourself back. You will stop overthinking every step, because you will know, I am not doing this alone. And that knowing is where real confidence begins. My child, you have been underestimating yourself, not because you lack ability, but because you have been focusing on your limitations instead of my power. You look at yourself and think, I'm not strong enough. I don't know enough. I'm not ready for this. But you forget, you are not relying only on yourself. You are walking with me. And I am greater than every limitation you see within yourself. So stop speaking weakness over your life. Stop telling yourself that you cannot handle what is ahead, because you can, not by your own strength, but by mine. And my strength does not fail. My child, the future you are worried about is already in my hands. Every detail, every moment, every step. And I am guiding it in a way that will lead you exactly where you need to be. So instead of fearing it, start trusting it. Start believing that something good is coming. Start expecting that I am working in your favor, because I am, even now. Even when you don't see it, even when you don't feel it. I am preparing something for you. Something that will make sense of everything you have been through. Something that will bring peace to your heart. Something that will remind you God had it all under control. But until that moment comes, you must walk forward with confidence. Not in yourself alone, but in me. So lift your head, release your fear, let go of the doubt that keeps holding you back, and step forward with trust. Because your future is not uncertain, it is secured by me. And right now, I want you to declare that confidence, not based on what you see, but based on who I am. If you are ready to trust your future without fear, if you are ready to walk forward with confidence in me, then type in the comments, "My future is safe in God's hands." Let that be your truth. Let that be your strength. Let that be your new mindset. Because when you trust me with your future, you will no longer live in fear of it. My child, you are not walking into darkness. You are walking into a future that I have already filled with purpose. So trust me. Walk forward and rest in this truth. I have already gone ahead of you. And if these words are strengthening your heart, if you feel peace rising within you, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, share it with someone who needs this encouragement, and support this ministry through the link given below. Only if these words truly touched your life. Stay until the end, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to remain consistent in faith, so you don't return to fear again. Keep listening. I am still leading you forward. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here. Because now I want to speak to something that determines whether you will continue walking in peace or slowly return to fear again. Consistency in your faith. You have moments where you trust me deeply, moments where you feel calm, moments where your heart is steady and you truly believe that I am in control. But then something happens. A situation changes, a thought enters your mind, a delay occurs, and suddenly you feel yourself slipping back into worry, back into overthinking, back into fear. And you wonder, why does this keep happening? Why can't I stay in peace? Why does my faith feel strong one moment and weak the next? Listen to me carefully, my child. Faith is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. You do not choose trust once and never face doubt again. You choose trust again and again. Every time fear tries to return, every time uncertainty appears, every time your mind begins to wander. Because consistency in faith is built through repetition, through choosing me repeatedly, not perfectly, but intentionally. My child, you have been expecting yourself to feel strong all the time, but that is not how growth works. There will be moments of strength and moments where you feel weak. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion. But what matters is not how you feel in those moments. It is what you choose. Do you return to fear, or do you return to me? Because every time you choose me, you are strengthening your faith. Every time you replace fear with truth, you are building stability within yourself. Every time you remind yourself that I am in control, you are creating a foundation that cannot be shaken easily. But if you allow your thoughts to go unchecked, if you allow fear to settle again, then you begin to feel unstable. And that is what you have been experiencing. Not because your faith is weak, but because your focus keeps shifting. So today, I am calling you into consistency, not perfection. Consistency, the decision to return to me every single time, no matter how many times your thoughts drift, no matter how many times fear tries to come back, no matter how many times you feel uncertain. Because the more you return to me, the easier it becomes, the more natural it feels, the stronger your faith grows. My child, you do not need to fight fear with force. You overcome it with truth. Simple, steady truth. Remind yourself daily, God is in control. God is guiding me. God is handling my future. Not just when you feel afraid, but even when things are calm. Because consistency is built in the quiet moments, not just in the difficult ones. And when you practice this daily, You will notice something changing within you. You will begin to feel more stable, more grounded, less shaken by circumstances, because your trust is no longer temporary. It is becoming part of who you are. My child, this is how peace becomes lasting, not by removing every problem, but by strengthening your connection with me, so that no matter what happens, you remain steady, you remain calm, you remain anchored, because you know I am with you, and I am in control. So do not be discouraged when fear tries to return. Do not think you are failing. Do not believe that you are going backward. You are learning, you are growing, you are building something within you that takes time, and I am patient with you. So be patient with yourself, but also be intentional. Choose me daily, return to me daily, trust me daily, and watch how your heart begins to change. Watch how your thoughts become calmer. Watch how your peace becomes stronger, because consistency and faith create stability in your life, and that stability will carry you through everything ahead. My child, you are not meant to live in cycles of fear. You are meant to live in steady trust, and that begins with your daily choices. So right now, I want you to make a declaration, not just for this moment, but for your life moving forward. If you are ready to choose faith daily, if you are ready to return to me again and again, then type in the comments, I will trust God every day. Let that be your commitment. Let that be your foundation. Because the more you choose me, the more peace you will experience. My child, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay connected, and I will take care of the rest. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to recognize the blessings already forming in your life, even before they fully arrive. Keep listening. I am still guiding your journey. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here, because now I want to open your eyes to something you have been missing, not because it isn't there, but because you have been too focused on what has not happened yet. The blessings already forming in your life. You keep looking ahead, waiting for something big, something clear, something undeniable that tells you, now it has happened. And because you are waiting for that moment, you overlook what is already unfolding. Quietly, gently, step by step. But listen to me carefully. Not all blessings arrive loudly. Some begin in silence. Some begin as small shifts, small changes, small improvements that you barely notice. But they are there, and they are growing. My child, you have been measuring progress only by visible results, by what you can see immediately, by what feels complete. But I work differently. I often begin beneath the surface, where you cannot see, where you cannot measure, where things are slowly being built, aligned, and prepared. Just like a seed beneath the soil, you do not see it growing at first. But that does not mean nothing is happening. It means something is developing, out of sight. And that is exactly what is happening in your life right now. There are blessings forming, opportunities aligning, situations shifting. Even within you, growth is happening. Strength is increasing. Clarity is developing. But because it is not fully visible yet, you begin to doubt. You begin to think, nothing is changing. Nothing is happening. I'm still in the same place. But that is not the truth. The truth is, you are in the middle of a process. And the process is working. Even if you cannot fully see it yet. My child, I need you to stop overlooking the small signs, because those small signs are proof that I am moving in your life. The way you are thinking differently now. The way you are handling situations with more calm. The way certain things are no longer affecting you the same way. The way new ideas, new directions, new possibilities are beginning to appear. These are not random. These are signs. Signs that something is changing. Signs that something is forming. Signs that you are moving forward. Even if it feels slow. My child, gratitude will open your eyes. When you begin to appreciate what is already happening, you will start to see more clearly. You will stop feeling stuck. You will stop feeling like nothing is working, because you will realize, I have been working all along. But when you only focus on what is missing, you miss what is present. When you only look at what has not arrived, you overlook what is already on its way. So I am asking you today, shift your focus, not away from your desires, but toward what I am already doing. Because when you recognize the small blessings, you prepare your heart to receive the greater ones. My child, there are things coming into your life that are already in motion. You may not see them yet. You may not feel them fully, but they are closer than you think. And when they arrive, you will realize nothing was delayed. Nothing was forgotten. Everything was simply unfolding. But until that moment comes, you must learn to trust the process. Trust that what is forming is just as important as what will arrive. Trust that what is happening within you is preparing you for what is coming to you. And most importantly, trust that I am working even now. So do not lose hope. Do not become discouraged. Do not think that your efforts, your prayers, your waiting have been in vain. Because they have not. Everything is leading somewhere. Everything is building towards something. Everything is being guided by me. My child, you are not standing still. You are moving, even if it feels slow. You are growing, even if it feels quiet. You are being prepared, even if it feels unseen. And what is coming will make sense of everything. So stay patient, stay aware, stay connected to me, and begin to notice the small things, because they are not small. They are the beginning of something greater. And right now, I want you to respond with gratitude. Not for what you are still waiting for, but for what is already happening. If you are choosing to trust the process, if you believe that I am already working in your life, then type in the comments, God is working even now. Let that be your reminder. Let that be your focus. Because when you recognize my work in the present, you will no longer fear the future. My child, your blessings are not far away. They are already forming, and I am bringing them to you at the right time. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how to remain grateful and joyful, even before everything fully comes together. Keep listening. I am still preparing your path. Stay with me, my child. Do not rush away now, because what I am about to place in your heart will change not only how you wait, but how you live every single day from this moment forward. Joy and gratitude before everything comes together. Yes, before, not after, not when everything is solved, not when every prayer is answered, but right now, in the middle of where you are. I know this is difficult for you, because your mind has been trained to think, I will be happy when things improve. I will feel peace when everything works out. I will relax when my future becomes clear. But listen to me carefully. If you wait for everything to be perfect before you feel peace, you will always be waiting. Because life will always have something unfinished, something uncertain, something still in progress. But your peace, your joy, was never meant to depend on everything being complete. It was meant to come from me. And I am already here, with you. Now, my child, you have been postponing your peace, delaying your joy, holding back your gratitude, because you are still waiting for visible results. But what if I told you? Joy is not a result, it is a choice. A choice to trust me even when things are incomplete. A choice to appreciate what you have, even while you are waiting for more. A choice to remain steady, even when life feels uncertain. And when you make that choice, something powerful begins to happen within you. Your heart becomes lighter. Your thoughts become calmer. Your perspective begins to shift. You stop feeling stuck and start feeling supported, because gratitude changes how you see your life. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you begin to see what is present. Instead of feeling like nothing is happening, you begin to recognize what is already in motion. My child, there is more in your life right now than you are acknowledging. More strength, more growth, more guidance, more protection, more quiet blessings that you have overlooked. And when you begin to see them, your heart will no longer feel empty. It will feel full. Not because everything is finished, but because you realize, I have been with you all along. Gratitude brings you closer to me. It shifts your focus from fear to trust, from lack to abundance, from anxiety to peace. And when you live in that place, you no longer feel desperate for the future. You feel confident in the present. My child, joy is not something I want you to wait for. It is something I want you to experience now, even in small ways, even in quiet moments, even in the middle of your journey. Because when you learn to be joyful now, you will not only enjoy your future, you will enjoy your life. And that matters more than you realize. So stop holding your joy back. Stop telling yourself, I will feel better later, because later is not promised. But this moment is, and I am in this moment with you. So breathe, look around, notice what is good, notice what is steady, notice what is still working in your life. And give thanks, not because everything is perfect, but because I am present. And that is enough. My child, gratitude does not ignore your struggles. It strengthens you through them. It reminds you that even in difficulty, there is still something to hold on to. There is still something to appreciate. There is still something to trust. And that realization will change how you move forward. So begin today. Not when things improve, not when everything makes sense, but now. Choose gratitude. Choose joy. Choose to trust me in this moment. And watch how your heart begins to feel lighter. Watch how your mind becomes calmer. Watch how your life begins to feel different, even before anything externally changes, because the change begins within you. And from there, everything else follows. My child, you are not lacking. You are not empty. You are not behind. You are in the middle of a life that I am carefully guiding. And there is already so much to be thankful for. So right now, I want you to express that gratitude. Not for what is coming, but for what is already here. If you are choosing to live with gratitude and joy, even before everything comes together, then type in the comments, "Thank you, God, for everything I have now." Let that be your focus. Let that be your shift. Because when you are grateful in the present, you will not fear the future. My child, joy is available to you now. Peace is available to you now, because I am with you now. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will help you understand how everything you have been through is about to connect, and how your future will begin to make sense in ways you never expected. Keep listening. I am still unfolding your journey. Stay with me, my child. Do not leave now, because you are very close to understanding something that will bring deep peace into your heart, something that will change how you see everything you have been through, how it all connects. Yes, the past, the waiting, the delays, the pain, the growth, the confusion, all of it. You have lived through moments that didn't make sense, situations that felt random, experiences that left you asking, why did this happen? What was the point of that? How does any of this fit together? And because you could not see the full picture, it felt scattered, unclear, unfinished. But listen to me carefully, my child. Nothing in your life has been random. Not one moment, not one delay, not one closed door, not one experience you went through. Everything has been part of something greater, something that is only now beginning to take shape. You see, you have been looking at your life in separate pieces, one situation at a time, one season at a time, one struggle at a time. But I see it as a whole, a complete picture, where every piece connects, where every moment leads into the next, where nothing is wasted. And now, you are getting closer to the point where things will begin to make sense, not all at once, but gradually. Step by step, you will begin to see why certain things had to happen, why certain people entered and left your life, why certain doors closed, why certain delays were necessary, why certain struggles shaped you the way they did, because all of it has been preparing you, positioning you, aligning you for what is coming next. My child, what once felt like confusion will begin to feel like clarity. What once felt like loss will begin to feel like direction. What once felt like pain will begin to feel like preparation. Because I am connecting the pieces. Even now. Even in ways you cannot fully see yet. And when it becomes clear, you will look back and realize, I was guiding you the entire time. Even when you felt lost. Even when you felt unsure. Even when you thought things were falling apart. They were not falling apart. They were falling into place. But you could not see it then, because you were inside the process. And when you are inside the process, it often feels unclear. But when you step back, when time passes, when things begin to align, that is when you see the meaning. And that moment is coming for you, closer than you think. My child, trust that your story is unfolding exactly as it should, not perfectly, but purposefully. Every chapter, every moment, every experience is leading somewhere, and that somewhere is not random. It is designed, carefully, lovingly, intentionally, by me. So stop questioning every part of your journey. Stop wondering if something went wrong. Stop believing that you are off track, because you are not. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am doing in your life. Even now, even in this moment, even with everything you have been through, it is all connected, and it is all leading forward. My child, you don't need to understand everything right now. You don't need to see the full picture yet. You just need to trust that I am putting it together, piece by piece, moment by moment, and when the time is right, you will see it, you will understand it, you will feel it, and it will bring peace to your heart. A deep peace. The kind that says, now I see why it had to happen that way. But until that moment comes, walk forward with trust. Trust that your life is not scattered. Trust that your journey is not broken. Trust that everything is being aligned. Because it is. And right now, I want you to declare that trust. If you believe that everything in your life is coming together, if you trust that I am connecting every part of your journey, then type in the comments, God is connecting everything in my life. Let that be your reminder. Let that be your peace. Because once you trust that everything is connected, you will stop fearing what is ahead. My child, your story is not random. It is being written with purpose. And I am the one guiding every part of it. Stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I will reveal next will be the final message, the truth that will bring everything together and leave your heart at complete rest. Keep listening. I am about to complete what I started speaking to you. Stay with me, my child. Yes, remain here until the very end, because this is where everything comes together. Everything I have been speaking to your heart, every reminder, every truth, every moment of clarity, it all leads to this final understanding. Take a deep breath. Let your thoughts settle. And listen closely. You were never meant to carry your future alone. Not from the beginning, not in the middle, and not now. Yet for so long, you tried. You tried to control it, to predict it, to secure it, to make sure everything would be okay. You carried the pressure. You carried the fear. You carried the weight of what if, and it exhausted you, left you restless, left you searching for peace that always felt just out of reach. But now, you see it differently. Now you understand. Your future has always been in my hands. Every moment, every step, every detail, already known, already seen, already guided by me. And all I have been asking from you is to trust me with it. Not partially, not only when it feels easy, but fully, completely, without holding anything back. My child, trust is not just a feeling. It is a decision, a quiet, steady decision you make again and again. I will not carry this. I will give it to God. And when you truly make that decision, something changes. The pressure lifts. The fear loses its power. The constant need to figure everything out fades away. And in its place, peace begins to grow. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know, I am in control, and I am faithful. I do not forget you. I do not overlook your prayers. I do not abandon what I begin. Everything I have started in your life, I will complete. In my time. In my way. With my purpose. So you don't need to rush ahead. You don't need to force outcomes. You don't need to worry about every detail of tomorrow. Because tomorrow is already in my hands. And my hands do not fail. My child, from this moment forward, I want you to live differently. Not in fear, not in pressure, not in constant overthinking, but in trust, in peace, in quiet confidence. When your mind tries to go back to worry, pause and remind yourself, God is handling my future. When fear tries to return, speak truth. I am not alone. God is with me. When uncertainty appears, rest in this. God has already gone before me. Let these truths guide you. Let them steady you. Let them bring you back to peace again and again. Because this is how you live freely, not by controlling everything, but by trusting me in everything. My child, you are safe. You are guided. You are held. Even when you don't feel it, even when you don't see it, even when things seem unclear. I am there, working, leading, protecting, providing every step of the way. So release your future into my hands, not once, but daily. Wake up and say, God, I trust you with today. God, I trust you with tomorrow. God, I trust you with my life. And walk forward with that trust. Because when you do, you will no longer feel lost. You will no longer feel overwhelmed. You will no longer feel afraid of what is ahead. You will feel peace, a deep, steady peace that stays with you. No matter what happens, my child, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to carry everything. You just need to trust me, and I will take care of the rest. So now, before you leave this moment, I want you to respond, not just with words, but with your heart. If you are ready to fully trust me with your future, if you are ready to release fear, control, and doubt, then type in the comments, God, my future is in your hands. Let that be your declaration. Let that be your surrender. Let that be your peace. Because from this moment forward, you are not walking alone. You are walking with me. And I will lead you all the way. And if these words have brought peace to your heart, if you feel lighter, calmer, and more at rest, take a moment to like this message, subscribe, share it with someone who needs this encouragement, and support this ministry through the link given below. Only if these words truly blessed your life. Stay connected, stay in faith, and remember always, I have your future, and I am taking care of it.